Today we received a lot of news because it was the Japanese stream for Beyond the Brave, and we've got a lot of cool things to look over, and we have one utility selection card before we get into the main brunt of Umbral Horror, the new Ritual Light and Darkness cards, and also a brand new Doriado. So let's get into it, and let's take a look at Ekajar, Descendant Dragon of the Ice Barrier. This is a brand new Trishula retrain. It looks like the original Trishula before Absolute Zero. So let's take a look at it and let's see what it does. It's a level 9 Water Dragon Synchro Effect monster with 3000 attack and 1000 defense that takes one tuner plus one or more non-tuner monsters. Then you can only use the first, second, and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can discard one card, banish two cards from your opponent's field and or graveyard. If your opponent special summons a monsters, you can banish one card from your hand, return one card in either field or graveyard to the hand, and if this synchro summon card is sent to the graveyard during your opponent's turn, you can banish one card from their hand at random, field, or graveyard. This card's absolutely insane. Being a generic synchro that could just banish two cards from the opponent's field and or graveyard is absolutely great. And honestly, on top of that, I would have to say, yeah, this is very, very powerful, and I can see a lot of players using this in the future just for generic synchro strategies, but also it's just going to be very useful at the end of the day. Now, let's get into the Dorado first because I want to save the Umbral Horror because there is more cards in that than anything. And it is a brand new level 7 light spellcaster effect monster with 2400 attack and 2800 defense. This is the fourth overframe that we are receiving from this set, and I would love to get a copy of this because Dorado is one of the cards that I really like the most because how simple the artwork is, but also it's kind of sad that we don't have it imported to the TCG for the original normal monster, but we have like 4 retrains of her. Now, she has 2400 attack and 2800 defense, and you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn, and neither player can activate cards or effects in response to the activation of this card's effects. We're printing more cards with this effect. That is absolutely insane, and realistically, okay, it's gonna be a really good card. Because if you have 3 or more attributes in your graveyard and this card is in your hand, you can target one monster in your graveyard to special summon it and this card. And then if you have 3 or more attributes in your graveyard, you can special summon one monster from your deck with a different attribute from the monsters in your field and graveyard. This card with Zena is absolutely insane, and it is going to get Zena banned because whatever you're going to do is that you're going to have 3 attributes in the graveyard anyway. Zena sends your Floodgate of choice, you activate Elemental Sage, you target the monster that you sent plus the Sage, and they both get special summoned. Overall, I definitely think that this card's extremely powerful, and I could see it banning a few cards going into the future, like all your floodgates that you could special summon off of it. And realistically, you can also tutor out the barrier statues if needed. Now, after that, we have the new Light and Darkness ritual support, which honestly is really useful. Now, the first one is a brand new Black Skull Dragon. It's the Black Skull Dragon, the Archfiend Dragon of Unity. It's a level 9 Dark Dragon special summon effect monster with 3200 attack and 2500 defense, and it cannot be normal summoned or set, and it must be special summoned by its own effects. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. Now, quick effect, you could discard a quick play or ritual spell, special summon this card from your hand in defense position. If this card is special summoned, you could set one spell or trap card that mentions Light and Darkness ritual from your deck or graveyard, and at the start of the battle phase, you can make your opponent lose 800 life points, and if you do, this card gains 800 attack. So this card overall is a very interesting card for the Ritual Light and Darkness deck because it allows you to have a turn 0 play with Mind Shuffle if you open up this card and Griffo. And that's literally it because you go Griffo, set the Mind Shuffle, activate Mind Shuffle in the draw phase, use the effect, grab Archfiend, discard your Black Skull Archfiend, use the effect, send your ritual spell, add whatever ritual monster you want, and then you could just be able to discard a quick play or ritual spell to summon this card, and then you're off to the races, having a card you could return to the hand with Mind Shuffle. Now, it does have you have to open up 3 specific cards, a quick play spell or a ritual spell, this card, and Griffo to do that, but honestly, I would definitely play this as a one-of, as a just in case if you need. But we also do have Spell Shattering Sword. It's a quick play spell card based on Celtic Guardian attacking Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and slicing off one of its heads. Now, you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. You activate one of these effects. Destroy all face-up spells your opponent controls, so it's just a pseudo heavy storm. Or you target a face-up monster your opponent controls, show one Light and Darkness ritual from your hand or graveyard, then change that monster's attack to 0, also its effects are negated. And if this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by your opponent, you could destroy one card in your opponent's hand at random or on the field. So being able to blow up all spells on your opponent's field is absolutely great, and this card literally probably was printed just to go against Tunes and also many other decks right now. But honestly, I would definitely run a couple copies of this just to have that, but also just being able to have a free negate on a spell card as a quick play spell is also really good. So this is to pair with the brand new Black Skull Dragon, and then on top of that, if this card in its owner's possession is just destroyed by your opponent, you could just hand rip a card at random, which is absolutely insane in my honest opinion. And finally, we have the brand new Umbral Horror support. Umbral Horror support, and we get Vector here with his amazing troll emotions and facial expressions. But let's get into it and let's talk about the brand new support. Now, first off, we have the Chaos Exceed Hope Emperor Barian Chaos Barian Dragon, or just the Chaos Barian Hope Dragon. It's a rank 7 Dark Dragon Exceed effect monster with 0 attack and 0 defense that takes 3 plus level 7 monsters. And you can also Exceed summon this card by using one number C monster you control with a number between 101 and 107 in its name and transfer its materials. It gains 1,000 attack for each material attached to it. Your opponent cannot add cards from the deck to the hand while this card has a number C monster as a material except drawing them. And once per turn you can detach a material from this card. Attach the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck to this card. Now, if a lot of players are screaming that this card's going to be banned, it most likely has a caveat. Since it's an overframe, it probably won't be banned for quite some time. This card allowing you to have a way to drone lockbird the opponent constantly means just adjust and adapt to the format, because right now people are playing cards like Santa Claus, Kaijus, Lava Golems, just to out specific boards, which is absolutely amazing. And now we're going to be in a format where you need cards like Bidos, Ghost Ogre, and much, much more, which is absolutely fine. And I do hope that a lot of the older decks get shifted out, so we have to play from Chaos Origins forward, because that makes a lot of sense. But I do think that Umbral Horror, based off of the first card, will potentially be a meta theme. And it's going to be crazy to say that, hey, Umbral Horror is meta. But this card's absolutely amazing. And let's get into the rest of the support. So after that, we have the brand new Shining Umbral Horror. It's a level 4 Light Fiend effect monster with 0 attack and 2,000 defense. And yes, Fiendsmith could be an option if there are no Exceed locks. Now, if you normal or special summon an Umbral Horror monster or a Masquerade Exceed monster, you could special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, draw one card. Then if you drew an Umbral Horror monster, you could special summon it. And this card can be treated as 2 materials for the Exceed summon of a number monster that requires 3 or more materials. So this is just a Star Seraph version of the Umbral Horror card for Masquerade, and honestly, it's absolutely amazing because you just get to have a free card to draw, and if you draw an Umbral Horror monster, you could just special summon it for free, and it treats itself for 2 materials. If you use a monster or summon a monster that needs 3 or more materials, which is absolutely amazing, so you just don't really need 3 monsters on the board. Now, you can also run this deck with Automat, Ryzeal, so there's a lot of options you can have with it. So we're off to a great start, because this allows you to lead into multiple different areas in deck building, and honestly, I cannot wait to see how players are going to use this actual new support. Next up, we have V Umbral Horror, or I think it's Vane Umbral Horror. It's a level 4 Dark Spellcaster effect monster with 500 attack and 1500 defense, and you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 Umbral Horror monster from your deck to your hand, except the Umbral Horror, and you could banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Masquerade Exceed monster you control, Special summon from your extra deck one number monster that is one rank higher than that monster you control by using it as a material. This is treated as an Exceed summon, transfer its materials, so being a way just to add any Umbral Horror card from your deck to your hand is absolutely great, because you could just add your Shining Umbral Horror. And realistically, I do have to think that these two will go hand in hand as just an engine. Then we also have Gorgonic Umbral Horror. It's a level 4 Dark Rock effect monster with 1200 attack and 0 defense. Organic support in 2026 is absolutely crazy. You can only use the first and third effect of this card's name each once per turn. If you control no monsters, or all monsters you control are Umbral Horror monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, add one non-rock Umbral Horror monster from your deck to your hand. You cannot special summon from the extra deck except Exceed monsters while you control this card, by the way, which is absolutely fine because you're just going to be using it for a Exceed summon of a number Exceed monster. And this card can be treated as two materials for the Exceed summon of a number monster that requires 3 or more materials. Okay, so if you have one that says 4 level 4 monsters, you could just summon it with 2 materials. That's absolutely insane. But this card being able to rank up or just add whatever you need is pretty good outside of itself, so this is another good card. And just having another card that just ranks up is also really useful. And then for the last monster in the main deck, we have Thousand Umbral Horror, being the Don 1000 version. It's a level 4 Dark Fiend effect monster with 0 attack and defense, and you could only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Quick effect, you could send this card from your hand or field to the graveyard, place 1/7 Baryon from your hand or deck in your field zone face up. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck until the end of your next turn, except Exceed monsters. If an Exceed monster is special summoned while this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. Also, you take no damage from your card effects for the rest of the turn. So this is absolutely amazing, being able to turbo out your field spell, but also being able to just to turbo it out if you Exceed summon it. So realistically, this is a card that you would definitely want to run in multiples. After that, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new extra deck monsters. We have number 104, Masquerade Vane. It's a rank 4 light spellcaster Exceed effect monster with 2700 attack and 1200 defense. And it takes 3 level 4 monsters, and you can only use a second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Then, once per turn, you could detach 1 material from this card and 1 Baryon spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. So Rank Up Magic's Baryon Force is going to be one of the cards that you want to search then. A monster Exceed summoned using this card on the field gains this effect. If it is Exceed summon, activate this effect. Your opponent can banish 4 monsters with different attributes and 1 spell from their deck. If they do not, you banish the top 10 cards of their deck. I'm sorry, huh? Either banish 5 cards from their deck, or you're banishing a 4th of their deck. Okay, so this card's absolutely insane. This news support's really pushing it. We've seen banish from the opponent's deck before, and it didn't go well, so this card doing that is really, really good. Let's get to the next one to see what the C104 does. So this is number C104, Masquerade Umbral Horror Victory. It's a rank 5 Dark Spellcaster Exceed effect monster with 3000 attack and 1500 defense. Now, this is the upgraded form of course, Umbral Horror, the Masquerade. It takes 4 level 5 monsters, or you could just rank up into this card by searching your Baryon spell, or just from the brand new The Umbral Horror. And once per turn, quick effect, you could detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. If this card battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, you can make this card's attack and defense become that opponent's monster's attack or defense, whichever is higher, plus 100 damage. Calculation only. Okay, so it's a Moon Mirror Shield. And if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, send 1 random card from their hand to the graveyard, and if you do, have their life points. Okay. So we're having life points and just ripping a card. This card's absolutely insane because you could just have a quick effect attached to nuke something on the board, or you could just attack over something that is always going to win, plus 100. This card is literally a more cracked version of Umbral Horror Masquerade. You're gonna end on this NC-104. That's gonna be a lot to deal with. Okay, so at least that's a destroy by battle, but just having two ways to have a monster negate, and also on top of that, just having a random pop is really strong. And now we're on 7th Variant. This is their field spell card for the deck, and you can only use the second and third effect of this card's name once per turn. Each player can only special summon non-number monsters from the extra deck while this card is face up on the field twice per turn. During your main phase, you can add one Umbral Horror monster from your deck to your hand, then discard a card. And then during the end phase, each player takes 400 damage for each Exceed monster on the field. So this card is a summon limit like card where it prohibits how much you can special summon from the extra deck unless you are also on numbered monsters. So realistically, what does this mean? Adapt to the format and play cards that can counter the cards, like Fidos, the Eruption Dragon of Extinction, literally is being played for tunes in the OCG. Also, Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit is a very powerful card that can also destroy this card if they try and use the effect to search. So overall, this card has counters, and adapt to the format, please. After that, we're going to be taking a look at Barion's Hope. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn each, and it's a normal spell card. And you can special summon Umbral Horror monster or Masquerade Exceed monster from your hand or graveyard. Then you can make the levels of all Umbral Horror monsters you control become the level of one Umbral Horror monster on the field or in the graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Exceed monster you control. Attach a number Exceed monster from your extra deck or graveyard to it. So that doesn't trigger this, which is fine, but it also just allows you to put a chaos number on any, or just a normal number on any Exceed monster that needs a chaos form. So overall, pretty good. And then finally with Barion's Seal. You can only use one of the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn, and only once its turn. When your opponent activates a spell, trap card, or monster effect, and you control a C Exceed monster or number C monster with a number between 101 and 107 in its name, negate the activation, and if you do, attach one monster from either field or graveyard to your Exceed monster. You could banish this card from your graveyard, special summon 2 Umbral Horror monsters from your graveyard. So they just have a Solemn Judgment-like card. Okay, but you need to... Oh no, it's more like a orchestrated or Orcus Crescendo because they need to control a specific type of card. Okay, so, but being able to detach any monster, so you can negate and destroy one, and then attach another, so you're literally just getting 2 for 1 removal. That is absolutely insane. Oh no, it doesn't destroy. It just negates the activation and then attach. Okay, so you're still getting a piece of removal, but you also get a free interruption out of it. Okay. Overall, this Umbral Horror deck is going to be very potent and very powerful. I could see Ryziel being used with it. Onomet can be used with it, but also you can run Fiendsmith technically because this is a light fiend and you could just summon it straight up and there's barely any locks to it, so there's going to be some dumb hybrid that comes out of this that a lot of players are going to be annoyed about. But tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think about the brand new Umbral Horror support, the brand new Ritual Light and Darkness stuff, the new Doriado, and even the new Trishula down in the comments below, because I really want to hear your guys' opinions. But anyways, I have been BoltSpider, and hopefully you guys enjoyed me covering this news because it was a lot. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you everyone for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button down below, and if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button as well. And to get notified whenever I upload, hit that bell too. And I would like to thank my channel members FGH, Mega Man Wins 2016, and Ronald Arnett Jr. 3938 for supporting the channel and becoming a channel member. And if you want to join the Discord server, it is down in the description below of each video. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, and goodbye.